Hi everyone, welcome to the Computer Science Offer Holder Day. My name is Dr. Chris Headland. I'm the School's Director of Teaching and Learning. I'm here with Dr. Salam Majid, who's our Head of School, and Oliver Simonizic. Now, I'm going to run off now and just prepare the next part of this talk, and I'll leave you in the capable hands of our Head of School.
Thank you, Chris. Right, just gonna take a few minutes out of your time, and I will try to get it easy and smooth. Firstly, I would like to welcome you to City of Lincoln. I presume some of you from Lincoln, others not. So this is going to be a very nice few seconds journey. Look at Lincoln and how is it beautiful. So I would like to really share this experience of the lovely city that we are in, and where is our school in. Within that, you may know or not, just some information I would like to share with you is that this is a very historical city, 2,000 year plus. Imagine the taste of that historical things. A few image I've seen, it's wonderful kind of a place to live in. The university by itself, well recognized worldwide, and I will leave that a little bit away, but definitely the school and the building around the school, it's a very new building, very nice, and I would say this is where you're going to be for next 3 years. You're going to have fun around that building, and surely we will work together on make an interesting time, I would say. Within the School of Computer Science, we do have two main streams of the programs which you have applied for. One is the computer science, which we have two different degrees within that. One we call it BSc Honor in Computer Science, and also we do have MComp in Computer Science. So the difference are one 3 years, another one 4 years. And also we do have another stream, which is the gaming or game computing. And this one, similarly, it has BSc Honor as well as a Master of Science. So within that, alongside this, hopefully after you graduate with a BSc, you will have maybe an opportunity to continue for a master degree. We do have a nice set of master degrees for a future thinking, if you like. This MSc Robotics, we have Computer Science, we have Game Development, Intelligent Vision, and very soon we're going to open Cloud Computing as well. That's in September 21, and that will followed by another one in Data Science and Applied Analytics. At the same time, we do have a very, I would say, very big cohort of MPhil and PhD, Master by Research. We do a lot of that in computer science, of course. So whether you like to continue with this, you're more than welcome. All our degrees have been accredited by BCS, of course. This is a British Computer Society, and maybe that's something you need to know about. Within the research environment that we are having, we have a very strong centers and research groups, starting with one we call it LCAS, as a brief to Lincoln Center for Autonomic Systems, and more about robotics in different applications, mostly agriculture. We do a lot of healthcare as well, and we have a lot of students, researchers around that, whether undergrad or postgrad, they're working around and they're getting involved in doing so. We have a laboratory of vision engineering, which is our second strong research area, followed by interactive technology lab, and indeed the one supporting all of these research centers, the machine learning group. They're doing a lot of AI, machine learning, deep learning, very, I would say, fancy things, more hands-on in doing creativities and so. We are really one of the leading research universities, and the school itself, one of the biggest school within the university. Let me take you through a journey, and our journey normally starts with day zero. Well, I think we are in a minus today. We need to look at where we're going, how we're going to start our journey. I'm sure I would maybe share my own experience as the first family member who came to the university and took a career of academia and went through a BSc, master, and master again, and a PhD, and then kept doing what I'm doing today. In that, it's a journey, long journey of achievement, I would say. And this is what we would like to achieve with you. We would like to walk with you step by step through that bridge, long one. Hopefully you will have your target with employability. And this is something I want to really take you with that. If I go to backward from employability, what you want to achieve with that, achieve a good career, sellable skills, you can have a brighter end of a tunnel, and that's how it can be done through the vision we feel about it within the school. We look at it as a career employability journey, and that journey always going through how I gonna learn more and how I gonna take better skills to make me, I would say, sellable in a way that can achieve my degree, achieve my job or a better employability sooner than later. Let me share with you some of the stuff that we are having at the moment. We are achieving high rate of employability, 90 plus. Please do check that from discoveruni.gov.uk. So our graduate level employment and overall employment is really very high. And the reason behind that, because we think working with partners that make life easy for everyone, we are really get you ready from day one by hands-on your practice and give you more into fun plus knowledge, into more digging down and how to do things shaped as the industry requires. So we're proud to share with you that we are a partner with Microsoft for cloud computing, which these modules you're gonna study undergrad, like level 2 and 3. Also for the master degree, we're proud to say we are one of the Cisco's partners as well. We have courses, extra curriculum related to Cisco as well as Microsoft, including the one you are studying within our curriculum. That's very much useful as a partnership. Of course, not only those two as a flag, but definitely we have a lot of companies, local companies within Lancashire, as well as within the region or within the country. That's definitely be very much useful in terms of how to put your research or how to get integrated with the research and to develop your skills and experience, thinking as a commercial, increasing your commercial awareness, access to different sectors, any new sectors. You look at a computer science, you can do computer science for computer science, you can do computer science for agriculture, for healthcare, for banking, just name it. And that really help you through your journey to decide which sector you want to go with. That, of course, will be crowned with an experience toward the last year of your journey, the third year, where you're going to look at how you're going to invest what you've learned over the years. And that could be through a part-time or fully funded study, project placement you could have. And of course, that will end up with your graduate employment as best as we can have. Now, of course, nothing happening by itself, but that's definitely through a support, ongoing support, supporting you all the journey. One of the things that we are really happy to share with you and glad and proud of is that the career support that we are having within the school, led by our Director of Teaching and Learning, and of course the specific departments within the university who are really keen to provide support ongoing. So We have a career support, ongoing activities, and open up with companies, bridging the gap in whatever you need and to do so. Of course, that can be extended, as you know, to online support. Also, that's going. In addition to that, I would say we have personal tutoring system very heavily active into working closely with the tutees or with the students from day one entering the school up to the graduate. That's where you're going to have your first contact, anything you want to inquire about, anything you want to ask about within your 3 years journey. That's where that person is an academic person who talk to you and walk with you the 3 years journey. Finally, we never forget that soft skill is something cannot be taught, but can be learned through a best practice and soft skills. That's something that we are really keen to embed within the curriculum and extra curriculum as well, and through the societies and communities that we are having within the school. We have different communities, and we will be happy to have you in that part. So, long story short, I don't want to take your time because I'm excited for what's going next. So, what's next? So next, my colleagues, Chris, Olivier, Danny, and Ben will take you to different journey, different presentation. I'm sure you're going to be very excited. However, we're going to have different open days or offer holder days. We will have 2 in March, 1 in April, another in May. And definitely, I would like to invite you for those because we're going to have different exercise, different practice to share with you. So if you would like to attend, you're more than welcome indeed. Now I will stop sharing my screen if you have any question for now, or we could keep it as we're going to go to the second journey. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you, Salah. So I'm jumping in now. So what we have got planned for today, we're going to do a bit of a video game stream. We're going to talk about why we're doing a video game stream and why this is kind of something we do fairly regularly with our students. But I encourage everyone, you're on YouTube, so if you have an account, just drop in, ask questions. If you want to know anything about the talk course, we'll be able to answer. I'll just give our head of school opportunity to say ta-ra, and we'll get on with this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So today we are playing Sea of Thieves. I did say there was a reason, and I just see there is a Ghost Ship Ahoy. So does somebody want to man the cannons? That feels like something Oliver should do. And we'll go shoot at this. So I did say we'd talk about why we're doing a game stream as one of our open days and what the purpose of this is. Long story short, it forms a really good kind of conversational framework, right? It gives some something that we can do together. It's a shared experience. We're all at home. Normally, we'd have you on campus, and the shared experience would be showing you around our labs. So now instead, we're going to take you through the seas of the video game Sea of Thieves. So please just ask any questions you have about the course, and we'll just answer them in the game. And this is actually something we do pretty regularly with our own students. Yeah, as Phil, our program leader for the games computing team, says, this is my favorite game. And I'll tell you why it's my favorite game. I'll talk about that in a second. And this is something we do fairly regularly with our own students. We do live streams pretty often. Why? Because it's a really fun way of having a conversation. So a bunch of us will go online, usually a couple of staff, a couple of students. We'll play a game and we'll have a conversation about some element of the program, some element of the course. And this is one of the ways that we interact with our students. Largely because we had some conversations that we need to have, and the students told us that this is one way that we could engage together. So we usually play these games with students. It's a really great way to get together around a game and have a conversation. So why? Oh, that ghost ship's coming up. We're going really fast, actually.
Yeah, you're going
Chris,
towards it.
I'm just going to try and avoid this rock. So why is this one of my favorite games? Well, for a number of reasons. One, we actually have ex-students who worked on this. So one of our current third-year students actually did their placement at Rare. And I was very recently playing against some of the elements that he'd implemented during his placement. So that, for me, gives me a personal connection, right? It's something I really enjoy. It is a beautiful game. So I like to think that the techniques that we're teaching people on our course on things like graphics, networking, cloud computing. Right, raise the sails, everyone, and we're going to open up on cannons. And produce something like this, and I think this is a fantastic. Actually, lower sails again. It's running away. I like to think the skills that we teach could lead directly into building a game like this, and for me, it's just fantastic. Also, I like a good pirate game.
Also, Chris forgot to say something. It's not only techniques that you learn for playing the game; it's actually all the team skills as well. Because Chris is more or less the captain of the ship, telling us what to do, and we're taking our own decisions as well.
Yeah, so it's funny how art sometimes imitates life, isn't it, Oliver? So on that note, I'll introduce the team from I was going to say from top to bottom. Let's go from no, screw it. Let's go top to bottom. It's traditional. So my name's Chris Hedliand. As mentioned, I'm the school's director of teaching and learning. I'm an associate professor here in the school. I do loads of research around things like virtual reality and healthcare and rehabilitation and how computers can largely be used to make the world a better place. Just below me here is my colleague, Dr. Olivier Simonesic. Oliver, do you want to introduce yourself?
I am, yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Oliver Simonesic. I'm a lecturer at the School of Computer Science, mostly teaching games and a lot of programming. I'm teaching C++, C#. I'm teaching game programming, how to create an engine from scratch. I'm doing physics simulation with third year and computer science. And I've got a background researching simulating crowds. In other words, how to take a video game world and making it feel more alive and vivid by creating thousands of NPCs moving around.
And just below Oliver, we have Danny. Now, Danny used to be our school rep for computer science.
Yep.
And now you are one of the PhD students in the school, Danny. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Danny. I'm a recent graduate of Lincoln. I'm now a current PhD student, and my research kind of centers around using games to help with mental health, or how games can be used within kind of a therapy environment. My research studies are all on using games to help students transition to university. So yeah, I think that sums me up.
And you started on our core computer science program, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And then below Danny, we have Ben. Now, Ben came to us from another university, also currently doing his PhD with us. Ben, do you want to just take a little bit about your background?
Yeah. So hi everybody. My name's Benjamin Williams. I'm a research assistant here at the in the School of Computer Science. I'm also doing my PhD. My research interests are really anything to do with code. Really, I absolutely love. I help out quite a lot in the modules that are taught. So if you come to Lincoln, you'll probably see me helping out on the modules. And yeah, my research interests are really virtual reality, anything to do with motion simulation. And anything games, really. Yeah.
So, right, okay.
Oh. Yes, we're introducing ourselves whilst attacking a ship. Chris, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, absolutely perfect timing there from the director of teaching and learning. Can somebody go patch holes? Is that?
Yeah,
is that what
I'm already on
right
it.
now?
I'm already on it. It's fine.
So in the school, we do a range of, let's say, we do the two main undergraduate programs. We do computer science. We also do games computing. I'm going to just jump onto the ship and steal their loot. Or at least I'm going to try to.
Which is also part of the program, stealing loot.
Ah, yeah. So we do games computing. We also do computer science. Computer science is by far our larger program. Which has, usually an enrollment intake of about 200 students. Games computing is about a bit smaller at about 90 students there, but they are big programs. The nice thing about the two programs is they both have relatively similar first years. which means if you start on one, you can, if you want to, you can look at transferring. You have a lot of options once you arrive with us. Are there any questions in the chat yet at all? By all means, I think we've been hit by some sort of cannonball that's stopping me from getting anything useful. So, Oliver, you've been in Lincoln probably the longest of all of us here.
I have, yes. Yeah, I've been in Lincoln for about 15 years. I did my undergraduate at the School of Computer Science, then my master's. I worked in Lincoln in a small tech company for a while, and then I did my PhD and got a couple of research activities as well, and got a job as lecturer. So yeah, I've been here for a long time, seen Lincoln grow, the School of Computer Science grow, staff members joining, a lot of changes over the years. So yes, you were about to say.
So what would you say makes Lincoln a good place to live?
Well,
you've lived here as a student.
I have, yes, yeah. So first of all, I really like that. Actually, Lincoln is pretty small-ish compared to other cities, and this campus is more or less in the center of Lincoln.
You want to straighten up all of that? I'm going to
right. Yep. But it's pretty much in the city center. So I recall when I was a student that I had my student pad not far away from city center, 20 minutes walk, easy access. That was fantastic back then, because when I was a student, I used to go out quite a lot to the city center, and it felt safe. And I enjoyed it. Also, the campus is everything close together. It's pretty modern, especially now with the INB building, with our massive computer labs.
Yeah, I think the and the INB. I mean, this is one of the big shames with the COVID restrictions, right? I mean, we've obviously got to do whatever we can to support social distancing. That's so important right now. But it is nice getting people onto site so they can see the INB building. So INB building is the home of computer science and also our School of Engineering. It's a very modern building. In fact, we've only been in there. Oh, is it 2 years now or 3 years?
3 years. 3 years.
So it's a very modern building with bespoke labs that have been designed just for us. And it's just a great. What? I just managed to accidentally hook a chest out of their hole. I don't know what to do with that now. So. Yes, the INB building. We've been there for a little while now, and it is just a fantastic place to learn.
Oh, we've had quite a few very successful game jams and hackathon in that building as well over the years.
That's actually something worth bringing up, actually. So one of the things that I think make Lincoln quite special is, I say this all the time, and it sounds like hyperbole, but the learning community that we have around the school. I mean, so we've got two very successful societies. We've got the Computer Science Society, who run some really fantastic student-led hackathons. I always say that they organise the whole thing themselves. We're there to support staff, but largely most of the way I get involved these days is when it comes to buying the pizza at night, which is, I say my main involvement is credit card based. But these are fantastic, really great student-led activities where everyone gets involved, right? Now, Danny, you've been a student. You've been through that very recently. So, like I say, I mentioned before, Danny was our school rep. This year, school rep's a different person called Gary. Now, you worked with me very, very closely in that period as a school rep, and me as the director of teaching and learning, to make sure that we're constantly making improvements to the school and make sure. I try to look at the school as a whole, and I think we all do. I think this is fair to say, Oliver and Ben, that we try not to look at ourselves as a clear separation between educator and student, which might be what you're used to in college. In the School of Computer Science and Lincoln as a whole, really, we try and treat everyone as part of our learning community. We are all computer scientists trying to make the world better with computers. So we work very, very closely together, and that was a big part of our relationship. Now, Danny, as a school rep, you got quite involved in things like hackathons and so on. So what's that experience like? from a student perspective?
It's just a great way to like build kind of a community and make friends. Like there'd be people you'd never seen before, and you could go to this hackathon and kind of create a group with like people you wouldn't know, and like build a game or build a program together, and then you get to talk about your own interests and where your kind of your interest within computer science lies. So that might be some people that are more interested in doing the program side, or there might be more people interested in doing the front end kind of side, which is what I was more interested in, or the presenting kind of side of it all. So you can, and then you work on each other's like strengths. But it was just a great way to meet new people, create that community, and everyone's always supportive of one another. I remember I attended, the beginning of my third year, I attended a few like events that the society were doing, and it was all about kind of teaching each other to code and helping one another to do different kind of, I'm trying to think of that word now. Yeah, just it was just learning different programming languages, because you're taught the main ones in your kind of course, but then if there's more like obscure ones you want to learn, there's always someone that will know it, and you can always ask them like, oh, do you mind if you can teach me the beginnings of, I don't know, Python or something, even though we do Python. But it's just a great learning community and a social community as well.
I think that's the big thing with computer science, more than a lot of there's so many languages out there. There's so many different applications that are so useful. And we teach you as a whole host of those through the course, but there's always somebody who knows something, and somebody with some skills that they're willing to share. And a really good example of that is the Christmas lectures. So this year we did a whole bunch of Christmas lectures, and lots of them were led by students sharing their skills. By the time that you get to us, you are an expert in your own right at something, and I think that's something that we really try and celebrate. So there's a question in the chat from Oliver, and I'm just going to try and put that. So Oliver says, I never learned computer science at GCSE or A-level due to my school not having the teachers to teach it and lacked funds to teach it. Would that put me at a disadvantage when doing the course or not? No. So what we tend to do, so computer science at university is a bit different from computer science at A-level anyway. A bit like, I think maths is quite similar in this respect. We end up having to teach a lot of stuff. We end up having to teach a lot of stuff again, because the concepts are very, very different, right? We try not to teach, for example, at A-level, you tend to learn languages. We try to teach more how to, we tend to teach more programming paradigms, because if you understand the paradigms, you can teach in any language.
I could give an example, for instance. The one that I really, really like talking about is the lottery problem. That sounds like something very easy when discussing it. The problem is, imagine you've got a CAC with 42 balls inside, and each ball has got a unique number on it, so from 1 to 42. And you've got to pick out 7 random balls out of it. And of course, you cannot have the same ball twice, which is a lottery problem. So you're picking out a random number, you're picking out 1, then you're picking out the second ball. Let's suppose that's 7. Of course, 1 and 7 cannot be picked out again. That sounds like a simple problem, but actually when it comes to implementing it in computer science, that's where it gets a bit tricky. And there is a problem that you can apply. Once you got the solution, you can apply it in any programming language.
Absolutely. And that's the key thing. If you understand, if you understand these concepts, a variable is a variable, a conditional is a conditional, a loop is a loop, then you should be able to program in most languages, and that's the approach we try and take at university. So no, I don't think it disadvantages you much, because we start from a slightly different, I wouldn't say we start from the beginning, but we start from a slightly different frame of mind. There are things that you can do, and this is just opening up the question from Stephen Roberts, where he say, should I learn a specific language to prepare for Lincoln? No, I think anything that you can do, any programming that you can throw yourself at, or if you want to do like a little online course from Coursera or something along those lines, any of that is going to really help you prepare for life at the university. Actually, Ben and I, we do, or we did. We've just finished the last episode. We'll be doing something new soon. We did a programming show on YouTube called the Ben and Chris Show. We've been teaching Python. If you work through the episodes on that, you'll have a really good grounding to start the course. If you do want to learn a specific language, we do a lot of C++. We do a lot of C#. We do a lot of Python. So I'd be tempted to say you could do one of those, or start with something slightly different. Start with something like Java or Ben's very favourite language, PHP. So he's smiling because he doesn't like it at all.
Also, the more I
start with
do
something different.
the more I do WebGL, the more I like it as well. There's a lot of content out there for WebGL, and that is incredibly useful as both computer scientist and games computing.
Yeah, absolutely. So no, I wouldn't say there's any specific language, but anything that you do that is programming is going to get you off to a good start. Oliver, can you turn more?
I'm currently not, but I can turn. Yep.
And Chip
Yes,
says,
Captain.
would there be any opportunities to partake in summer internships? Yes. So we do something. Oliver, can you turn to the left?
Yes, sir. I was about to.
So we do something at Lincoln called Euros. Now, Euros is the undergraduate research opportunity scheme, where we actually place you with a researcher from the school, and you undertake a formal research project, and that's really, really interesting. There is paid work opportunities available through the university. So Danny, for example, has been a right. I'm setting them on fire and they're coming straight towards us. I'm not sure this is a great idea.
Yeah, I've tried to avoid it.
I'll go fix some holes.
There you go.
So Danny was an ambassador, which is a job that we pay for in the university. So
I did open days. I did like events like this as well.
Ben, I'm right in thinking you did some stuff down in London as well.
Yeah, did some outreach stuff. So we went down there and showed off some projects and stuff. Yeah.
I think something we can also mention is the opportunity for placements between second and third year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris, we're running out of wood to repair.
I know. I don't know how this ship is still afloat. We've hit it
like
so many times.
Yeah, it's like half full, basically. I don't understand how it's still floating.
Right. We're basically out of cannonballs at this point. Right, you know what? I'm going to jump on their boat and I'm going to put a load of fire bombs everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, actually, can I just do it this way?
Yes, we started talking about placement opportunities, switched over to looting ships and destroying ghost ships. It's like a normal discussion.
Look like they're about to go down soon. Yeah, this is a pretty standard Lincoln discussion, right? So there's placement opportunities, which is something that we encourage, especially they're down, guys. We did it.
Okay, so we need to lower the anchor so that we can turn and then raise the sail.
I'm just floating above where they're going down, so you can just come find me. Placement opportunities. In the second year, you do have the opportunity to apply for a placement, which is a year out in industry. We really recommend it. As I mentioned earlier, we have had a student on their placement year go away to work with Rare, work on CFEs. We have a really good relationship with Rare. Actually, I mean, this wasn't part of that, but for example, some of the guys in Rare were doing 2 talks for us for the Science Week, which we're really excited about. There's paid work. I mean, Danny is currently being paid as our social media officer.
Yeah.
Ben's a PhD student. He's currently doing some training with some schools. And we have a whole thing called campus jobs. So yeah, we can absolutely support students find work while they're at university. I think I'm being bitten by a shark.
Possibly.
But I'm here. If you can see me, this is where all the loot is popping up.
Yeah.
So Alexander or Alex, I've always been interested in medicine and wanted to do med last year. but switch to computer science. What opportunity at Lincoln if I want to focus on applications in medicine? Absolutely huge, actually. So we actually have a research group. Danny, are you hooking it with the? That's really clever. Well done.
Yeah, that's what you meant to do, Chris.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. So we actually have a whole research group that does vision engineering, and a lot of their projects are with medicine. Me, myself, and I've done a load of projects on rehabilitation and wheelchair use. So if you have a real interest in that, then there's loads of opportunities. I can genuinely help you find stuff on that. And again, if you're interested in going down a research route, there's always collaborative opportunities there as well. So yeah, no problem at all. And you'll probably really enjoy the vision engineering course that we have. Sorry, the vision engineering module, because a lot of that relates to a lot of modern day kind of diagnostic practice. I've just been killed by a shark. There's some really high. There's like skeletons captain's chests out there, so don't let that sink. Next one. After university classes, there are many things to do in Lincoln from London. Yes, okay, well, compared to London, Lincoln is it's a lot smaller. We have some good night clubs and some happening discos.
The way that you said that, Chris.
So I'm so down with the kids, aren't I, Danny?
That made me laugh. That was great.
Yeah, I believe they're referred to as they are poggers. Is that right?
Oh, no, please.
Poggers.
So it really embarrasses them when I try and use the speak of today's youth.
Speak of today's youth.
So we have loads of clubs. I mean, Lincoln is a historic city. So there's the castle, cathedral. There's loads of kind of historical elements around. Lincoln is one of the oldest cities in the UK. It was a real Roman stronghold. There's loads of Roman activities. There's a gaming bar. So if you're interested in going out with some friends, playing some games, there's that. And there's loads of extracurricular clubs and sports societies as well, which I'm sure if you get in contact with the SU, they'll tell you more about. I think we've got everything, guys. Should we go somewhere else?
No,
Should we go sell
We've
this?
got 2 storage chests here as well that should have wooden and cannonballs in.
Right. Does somebody want to direct us to I'll tell you what, let's go to that pirate fort over there, because we'll be able to collect cannonballs and things, which I think we need quite desperately.
Well, we have.
Let's go there.
Let's
Let's go collect stuff, then we'll go sell this.
Yeah, you mentioned the societies, because there's endless societies and sports
there's new
events
ones
at the
every
University
year.
of Lincoln. There's new ones every year. For instance,
society at the moment.
when I was at university, I was in the Anime Society and the Game Staff Society. The Assassin Society was massive as well, but I didn't join that one. And the Anime Society, we had an event every Tuesday evening where people presented their favorite anime in front of everyone. And I recall myself presenting a few ones that I recall from my childhood. And that was brilliant. I know there's other societies. Zumba, Phil, a.k.a. mentioned the Assassin Society. I recall there's a Harry Potter Society. There's a couple of political societies. The societies for as good as every interest.
I think it's fair to say if you've got a specific interest, you will find somebody with the same interest at university.
Yes,
I mean, it's such a big community. Oliver says, what's my favourite part of the course? I'm going to pass this over to everyone. My favourite part of the course is a second year module that we do called Team Software Engineering. It's a big group project. So you spend an entire year doing what we call project-based learning or practical learning. You are paired up you are teamed up in a group. And you get together to build something, because if you're a games computing student, you'll spend a year building a game. If you have an interest in robotics, you'll spend a year working on a robotics project with one of our robotics researchers. So it's a really great way to learn. That's probably my favorite module. I also get to teach ethics on that, which is great fun. And Danny's smiling because she knows my lectures. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I give a good lecture. And Right. Does somebody want to drop the anchor in a couple of seconds?
Yep.
Well, I think the
I'll-
sails have to be put up as well.
You can just drop
No, it's
the
fine.
anchor and then raise the sail.
Right. Drop the anchor now. Now, please. Now. No.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Crashing
I'll
into
repair
stuff,
that.
it's one way to stop it.
There we go. I mean, that wasn't so bad. Could I explain a little bit more about the modules the university in the 3 years of the course? I would say your best resource for that is to actually go on a web page, because that actually has all the. If you go on School of Computer Science on the University of Lincoln website, which I think it's /SoCS, but if you just search in Google University of Lincoln School of Computer Science, it will come up with all our modules. What I can say is, and I'll pass the question on about favourite parts of the course to everyone else in a second, but as a general rule, our course is split in by the 3 years. So in the first year, we basically try to teach you the foundational skills, so the things you need to learn to make you a useful computer scientist. In the second year, we're looking at teaching you skills that will help prepare you for industry. And the third year is all about specialization. So if you get to the third year and think, right, I really want to specialize in machine learning, or I really want to specialize in robotics, in the third year, you'll be able to pick option modules that allow you to do that. So that's the basic way that the modules are split. Let's start with Ben this time. So Ben actually didn't do the course here. He came to us from another university. So I'll say your favorite part about the course. I'll say, what's your favorite part about Lincoln, Ben?
Do you mean in terms of the city, or do you mean our school?
The university.
Okay. I think probably the best thing, or to me, is the kind of sense of community we have here. So, as Chris said, I came from another university, so I did my undergraduate in another university, and I did my postgraduate studies over here. And one thing that I found here that I didn't find anywhere else is this kind of sense of community. So there's always people, willing to help you out. If you have a certain question, there's always some person to answer that particular question. And generally, it's a nice kind of close knit community. I think that's my favorite part about it, and it's something that really attracts me to this place. Yeah,
I think one of the things I quite like about the school as a whole is, I mean, it's a big school, right? So we have 850 students over 3 years, which is big. It doesn't feel big, right? I mean, there's a community that you'll have your community within a community. Everyone kind of gets together. I think it feels surprisingly close. Certainly, where I was previously, didn't fit as close knit, and that was a much smaller school. And Ben was at the same place, so I mean, he probably knows what I mean on that front. So it does have a very community feel, and I think a lot of the way around how we structure the course, how we structure the school. I mean, like I say, we jump online, we play video games with our students because it's a really nice way to interact. And I don't think I've never seen this kind of sense elsewhere, which for me is a really special thing. But yeah, Phil, as you're in the chat, is there any chance you could just post a link to the modules page on the website? Because I think that's some useful information. And if there's any specific module you want to know more about, we can obviously go into detail about that. Or if you want to contact us, drop us an email, and I'd be more than happy to arrange a one-to-one call with one of our academics if there's any more information you want as well. So, Danny, what's your favourite part about the course?
Oh wow. I think looking back, I really enjoyed doing my dissertation in third year. It was just a chance for me to explore kind of my own interests within computer science and explore where I kind of, well, it allowed me to explore what I wanted to then do in the future. Before, I did my dissertation and I hadn't thought of anything career-wise path or what I was going to do next. But having done the research, I was like, okay, I kind of enjoy doing that kind of aspect of it, looking at forming a research question and trying to find out answers from that. And that kind of encouraged me to then look at doing like masters and PhDs. So yeah, it was a very kind of eye-opening experience, I would say.
And just to say as well, I mean, the idea about the way the course is split, where the first year is fundamental skills, the second year is about preparing you for industry, and the third year is about specialization, applies equally to the computer science program and the games computing program as well. So it's the way we tend to structure things, and it works really well. I mean, one of the reasons why we do that is because we know that in the second year, a lot of people want to apply for placements, so we do a lot to help you get ready and get prepared for that, including one of our assessments in the second year. And we've just been through this, so you know, it's really fresh in our memories. We do an assessment where every single student gets a mock interview for the kind of job that you'd want to apply for, and we get people from the career service, and sometimes we get external guests as well to come in and help you prepare for those.
I remember doing mine, and it was such a fun experience. Like, you wouldn't have thought applying for a job and like doing a CV and all of that would be such an interesting experience.
It's an interesting one, right? Because we know, you know, we've all been there. Like I've had my fair share of job interviews. We want your first ropey interview, the one that you're a bit worried about, to be with us, where we can give you really good feedback and help prepare you for the next stage, and that's really important to us. Yeah, that's part of what we enjoy. Now, Oliver, what's your favourite part of the course?
All right, what I really like is the welcome week in the first year, every September/October, when all the new students are inside the massive INB room, sitting there, looking at us, looking left and right, a bit unsure, feeling a bit lost, looking at Chris standing there at the front, ready to welcome everyone, doing a silly joke, with things working, not working, sometimes scripted, sometimes not scripted, most of the time not scripted, and everyone laughing.
I don't think I've written a script in my life, Oliver.
I know, but sometimes it sounds scripted, and that makes it fun. And I absolutely love that, because before
it's my theatrical nature you're picking up on.
Yeah, before that hour of that welcome week where everyone says hello to everyone, where all the staff members are introduced, people are a bit unsure where they are, that they're lost, that they're on their own, far away from the parents. And then we introduce each other. We talk about the course, we talk about staff members, we talk about our preferences, our hobbies and everything, like the board games. I've got Endless in the background, Chris with his Endless guitars and music interest, even though you were playing guitar earlier live on stream. And after those 2 hours,
just to be clear, it wasn't on the stream. I happened to be in a meeting with Oliver, and I didn't realize my microphone was on. I was playing some heavy metal, and I didn't realize I was disrupting everybody else's meeting. It was good fun, though.
Yeah, Chris, I just sat there, and I think I messaged Ben, and I was like, does Chris know that his mic is on? And I'm like, I don't think so.
So yeah, after those 2 hours of that first introductory meeting in front of all the first years, I see people leaving with smiles on their face, happy. They start making friends. They live in groups. They start chatting to each other. They start chatting with Chris. They start chatting with me, saying, "Hey, Oliver, I've seen you on the stream. Are you still playing that silly little Diablo 2 game from 1997?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? I still love it." And that changes everything. And that's the moment where I think it's magical, where suddenly it clicks to people. I'm at university, I'm at Lincoln University, and I'm happy there. I'm part of a larger group.
I had an experience like that, a while ago. I was chatting to a student, and this was, I mean, we've been in lockdown, for a lot of this year. And I was chatting to one of the first year students, and we'd just done these enhancement weeks. So the enhancement week was a new innovation this year, where we basically got loads of invited guests, loads of students to give kind of specialist talks on kind of things that we don't teach at university. So it was a really good event. It was like I say, it was Christmas lectures. It was great fun. I don't think this is a place that you sell stuff. I think this is just a random island.
No. If you go further northwest, go all the way north and then a little bit west, and you'll find a Daggertooth outpost.
Right. Okay. I just saw some flags, and but we were doing these enhancement weeks, and I was chatting to this student afterwards, and he went, you know what, this is what I hoped university would be. And I think that for me is the big difference, right? The big difference between college, sixth form, and university is universities has this kind of level of research, right? When you learn a subject, you're learning it from somebody who is engaged in researching that topic and really understands the cutting edge of it, and the modules change every single year. Like, I mean, the computing course I did at A level is largely the same now as it was, you know, when I did it. But I know if I go to a third year module in computer science, there's these, you're exposed to research, you're exposed to cutting edge stuff in a way that, for me, I find really exciting. But maybe I'm just a nerd. Who knows? Alex says, nothing wrong with being a nerd. I'm proudly own that badge. Alex says, so you've talked a lot about the time at university. How much time is there between lectures? What is the timetable like? So it's hard to give you a definitive answer on that, Alex. So most of our modules operate on what's called a 2+1 or a 2+2. So a 2+1 will be, or even a 1+2. So 1+2 is a 1 hour lecture and a 2 hour workshop. A 2+2 is a 2 hour lecture and a 2 hour workshop, and a 2+1 is a 2 hour lecture followed by a 1 hour workshop. Based on how practical the module are, will depend on how much workshop time it is, and some modules buck that trend entirely. So concept development, which I teach in the second year, just has a 3 hour workshop because it's almost completely practical. Everything is done in a studio environment. Oliver, do you want to take the wheel and guide us towards this outpost?
Yep.
Know I'm going.
That's okay. Yes, I was just looking at the map downstairs.
And I'm going to jump up the ladder. And there's a module in the first year called problem solving, which is a complete theoretical module, which is complete 2 hours lecture. And there's modules like TSC, which are based on group, but generally it's 2+2, which means you get about, so there's 4 modules per semester. So you usually have between 12 and 16 contact hours a week. On top of that, you'll expect to do a certain amount of independent study. So you'll have to do things like do some reading. You'll have to do your assignment pieces in your own time. We also host a whole bunch of additional activities. This year, we've had a bunch of drop-in support sessions. We've done the enhancement weeks. But I think the computer science table tends to be quite manageable. It tends to look like, on average, I would say, I mean, jump in and shout at me if I've got this wrong, Danny, but it tends to be between kind of 3 and 5 hours a day, depending on what modules you're doing at that time.
Yeah.
Does that answer your question, Alex?
It depends on your luck of the draw, where your timetable is. Sometimes you'll have it's all spaced out along the week. Sometimes you might have one day that's kind of busy compared to the others, but it never feels overwhelming.
No,
you always will have time to have a break or go and do some reading before your lecture. So it never felt overwhelming with the amount of that was on my.
No, I mean, like any school, right? We have timetable constraints that we need to be mindful of. There is another ghost ship over there. I reckon we go shoot at that in a second.
I think we should solve first and then.
Yeah, of course. But we try and work quite closely with the timetabling team to make sure that timetabling doesn't overwhelm students. One of the things that we do, for example, which I'm not sure how many schools, certainly I've not done this before, Lincoln, when we come up with a set of deadlines, so at the beginning of the year when we decide the deadlines for a course, we stick to them, so we don't change those deadlines, so people understand when they are, how to follow them, they understand exactly what's going on. But we also take those deadlines to a panel of students and say, what do these deadlines look to you? Do these look like you're going to be able to manage these deadlines? Are they too bunched? Are they too far apart?
Can you put the sails up, by the way? Sorry for interrupt.
Yeah.
Sails up, anchor down.
Not anchor down. Don't anchor down. Don't anchor down.
Not yet. Yeah, sorry.
Just
we were
all
a bit
sails
too
up. Just
far,
all
yep.
sails up. We'll
All
get
sails
in.
up to the left. Yep. We've got enough momentum.
But yeah, so I mean, it changes every year, Alex. Like I say, this year has been a very different year. I'm actually, I'm quite proud to say this. I'm really proud of how we've responded to COVID this year. We've changed our program quite significantly. So one of the things that we did to try and support students who need to be on site, who want to use our facilities, so we created these pool sessions. So students could come in, use our facilities within a fixed bubble, which worked really, really well. We also created the enhancement weeks, and beyond, which has been a new innovation. And like I say, I've not known of another school do this kind of another computer science school do this kind of thing where we had all these guest lectures. So this year, the Christmas one, we had 32 different sessions on all kinds of specialisms that people could attend, and they worked really, really well. But yeah, we worked really closely to make sure the timetabling worked as well, and yeah, I was really proud with how we managed our situation during the COVID. Right, everyone sails up, and this should bring us right along the dock.
Smoothly with a harpoon. That works. Yeah.
And down we go. Right, go sail.
Nicely done.
I have to say, one of the reasons I really like this game is just so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, the way they've done the sea and like all of the light, it is so pretty.
Also do like the minimal user interface that they managed to squeeze a lot of information in the most minimalistic way, but still readable and easy to understand to players.
Mm.
I'm not sure if people in the chat have played it before. I know Phil
Has
has.
anyone played CFEs before?
I have.
Somehow I seem to end up. Yeah, Danny's played it quite a lot.
And
So
he secretly got a level 99 character ready.
So we play this. This is one of the games that we play quite a bit. I want to stress that we don't just play video games. We do quite a lot of work as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Although I was about to say, I play a lot of board games with students as well as part of game design research, which is pretty games oriented as well.
Yeah, I mean, what I like, the reason I like playing games with students, it's a different way to have a conversation, right? So I was trying to explain this some of the other day. It's different to have a meeting with someone over having a meeting where you maybe go out for lunch. Having that event gives you something to structure your conversation around, right? And it's nice to play it. I mean, we often play this with a guy called Kieran, who's another one of our lecturers. Very good at every game somehow. And it's usually quite funny watching the contrast between Kieran and me. He's not good at every game. Yeah, it creates something that we can talk about, not just like during the session, but afterwards. It gives us, like I say, this kind of conversational framework. It gives us an informal, and especially during COVID, right? We've not been able to meet up with our students in the same way that we would normally, but we have been able to go out and play games with them. And for me, that's given us something unique and different.
Yeah, what Chris is saying, we're using the medium of games to create as a communication medium. And that is fantastic, because stuff like being on a ship and raiding other ghost ships, not something I would do on a daily basis with Chris, but actually we're using this as a medium, and we're finding other ways to discuss to each other, and we get to know each other quite a lot.
I'm going to go get a quest. So has anybody got any other questions that we can possibly answer?
I think everyone, you asked about if people are playing Sea of Thieves. It seems that nowadays the game that is in is Valheim, which
Oh yeah,
Phil
all of my
says.
friends are playing Valheim
same.
currently.
I've not played Valheim.
It's
It's,
basically I don't know, fancier Minecraft, but not Minecraft.
I was thinking Minecraft as well.
That's how
Minecraft
everyone
with
describes it.
Viking
It's just fancy
theme.
Minecraft.
Fancy Minecraft, isn't that?
with a Viking
what's that
theme.
game all the kids were playing for a while?
Terraria? Or
Roblox?
Roblox.
Yeah, that's the one. Isn't that just like fancy Minecraft?
I wouldn't say that's fancy Minecraft. I would just say that's like
Roblox.
I'm not really sure how to describe it without offending a lot of people.
Oh, Danny, you're so diplomatic.
We do. There's a ship coming in, looking at us with an LGBT flag at the top.
Okay, well, let me just grab a quest. And
Not sure if it's friendly.
let's assume it's not and go shoot it. Or let's assume it is and go shoot it. Whatever happens, I want to shoot it.
I think you can't shoot at each other at a outpost. Not sure.
Right.
though.
No, you can.
Oh, it's only asleep.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we
Alexander
don't shoot it.
Alwell is asking about any recommendation on accommodation.
So we're not best placed to answer that, but if by all means, if you want to drop us an email, I can certainly put you in touch with somebody who can. Well, it depends actually what your question is.
They're trying to be friendly with us, Chris.
Yeah.
Stop
Right,
shooting.
attack.
Oh, Chris is a pirate, so let's go and loot them. You're right.
Oh my god. I might just stay on the ship.
Just came here to dance and loot.
Right, Oliver, get the balls. Get the cannonballs.
Oh. Cannonballs, they've got plenty of treasures.
Have they?
Yeah, the entire ship is full at the bottom. Full of treasures and loot.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to swing around and bring us into port where you can offload their treasure.
Alright, maybe I'll just stay.
You might want to put the treasure down now because they're
Yes,
going to
yep.
jump
They're
back on
gonna
the ship.
respawn, yep. I've got the blunderbuss ready. Yeah, they were a bit panicky when we boarded their ship in the voice. Aren't we evil? It's like we're live on stream, we're trying to sell ourselves as a friendly school, and Chris goes, all right, let's kill all the players.
Yeah.
Stuff
Like, I
and ruin their
invite
day.
people to join my crew, but I you know, doesn't mean I warm. Right, I've just dispatched one of them. I don't know what's happened to the other.
Yep, I'm not sure either.
Ah, she's behind me. She's behind me.
I'm coming.
Oliver, sort it out.
Got it.
Right, can you revive me? Oliver, revive me, please.
Yes, yeah, but I can't see you. There you are, revive. Pressing R. I don't know if that revived you. No, sadly, I can see on your stream.
No. I don't think they're pleased.
Well, I'm gonna sell the booty.
I'm just going to give them a little wave. Hi, guys. Are you all right? Let's make friends.
After we sell all their stuff.
And I'll do a little dance. There we are. Alex says, where could I go to get some? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oliver's just read that one. So yeah. By all means, if you drop me an email, I'm on the website C Headland. I can put you in touch with somebody who can answer accommodation questions. In fact, Phil, as you are in the chat, is there any chance you can get the details for the accommodation team? Boost it up, please. Right, I've just killed that one as well.
Oh gosh.
I can hear the can hear them being unhappy.
Do you guys want to get this fabulous booties?
I've already sold a couple of things.
There's some expensive stuff and there's some not so expensive stuff.
Yep,
I
yep,
suggest.
captured the fancy looking chests.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, Ben. Yeah. Is it called daisy chaining? Not sure.
Are they back on the ship?
Ben is under attack. Yep.
Yeah, I got killed. Oh dear.
One's dead. One's behind you, Chris.
Oh, come on, somebody! I'm just gonna go to the ferryman.
He could just killed 3 of us, and he was quite happy. Boo. I'm on the ferry, but we sold a couple of their things.
Oh, but we need to sell all the things. That's the
Yes.
point.
Yep.
They are going down, so I reckon if they go
them.
down, we'll get their stuff, and you know that'll be
killed
fantastic
one.
anyway.
What? They just called us kids. they just said those are just troll kids.
Oh, I love it.
I love. This is why I don't have the sound on. I don't know any of this. Oh, you know what? I've got an explosive barrel up top.
There's 3 up top, but I'd be careful going up there, Chris, in case they see you going up there.
I'll be fine. I think they're mostly dead now.
No, they're respawning.
Right.
Nice.
Another one's dead.
Yep, one is dead. I don't see. Ooh.
Oh, nice one, Chris.
Gosh.
The ship just went. Did you get killed in that process?
Yeah, I just suddenly died. What was it? Was it Chris?
Yeah, it was Chris and an
Okay.
explosive barrel.
Fair enough.
But ship should be going down now. Oh.
Oh dear. Right, have we sold all this stuff yet?
I'm keep selling. There's still a couple of things on board, but it doesn't look expensive. They respawned.
Well, you know what? It's not. Wait, how is their ship still in one? What? Right, okay. Might need to just do the whole barrel thing again.
Yeah, well, I'm here.
You just blown yourself up, Danny.
Yeah. I mean, their math's gone down now, so they can't really go anywhere. They are very much like on the reef, so I don't know. Oh, well, on the beach, so I don't know how they're not dead.
Hello. They're trying to communicate with us. What kind of history is this? Oh,
Oh god.
Right, that was all my barrels.
thank you, Ben.
No worries.
Yay!
Are they dead? They better. How
Oh,
are
they
they
don't
not?
have a ship
Surely they've got
anymore.
to be dead, right? Surely. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
They have to be dead.
Yeah, that third barrel was really quite exciting.
Uh,
Yeah, they're dead.
Oh dear.
So for anyone who just joined the stream, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard one to explain, right? So we we blew up somebody's boat. Hey, it's not called Sea of Friends. It's called Sea of Thieves. And I think
very
that's the
true.
important point to.
Oh,
Hang on.
the ship's having it.
Right, does anybody know what that big tornado thing is over there?
It's a world event, and I can double check what
It's
it
a
is.
boss, I think.
Should we go do that afterwards?
Oh, okay.
Oh, stuff.
Ooh.
All the stuff.
Oh, wow. I hear that bit of stuff.
Right, chest of 1,000 grogs. Do you know where we sell that?
Old Hoarder? Possibly.
What would I say about the atmosphere is like at Lincoln? I mean, I can comment mostly from the School of Computer Science, but I would say generally, the big thing about Lincoln is, like I say, we have a real student engagement approach. So from our student as producer, which is things like our Euros projects, which is our research things, it's all about community. It's all about working together, really. Yeah, wow, this thing's hard to walk with and use. So I would say atmosphere is friendly. It feels like a small community, even when even though it's a relatively big university, but it feels tight. And the other side is it feels like a campus university, even though oh, come on, how do I?
F.
Yeah, but I can't get there long enough to sell it.
When you carry it, you're basically drunk.
Despite the fact that we're a city centre university, it feels like a small campus at times, and that for me is brilliant. It's just a nice atmosphere. Danny, what would you say the atmosphere is like?
I mean, it's a very community, as we've said, based atmosphere. Everyone's very friendly. Everyone's very helpful. Like if you get lost around the campus, just ask anyone and they'll point you in the right direction, as long as they're not in the same position as you and they're completely lost as well. That has happened to me before. I remember in my first year, I was walking around campus and I was like, I can't find this one building that we had one of our lectures in. Luckily, we have like the Navigate Me, which is
that's
like
really useful, right?
Map.
We basically think of it as a little University Lincoln implementation of Google Maps, I suppose. It helps you find your way around. What about you, Ben? What would you say the atmosphere is like?
Well, I think it's I think what you said about it being quite a small campus is something that I quite like as well. I think sometimes when you've got a massive campus university, I tend to find that a lot of the students are just numbers. Here at least, I mean, we have it feels a lot more personal. I quite like that. But the
Are
other
you sure about this? 00612?
The students do have student numbers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
That's a safe joke, yep.
what about you, Oliver? What would you if you were to describe I really like Mark's comment. The atmosphere is vibrant, really active SU. The engine set's fantastic. I think the SU keeps like winning awards on best university, best SU and things like that. So
what I really like about the University of Lincoln and Lincoln itself is the size of it. It's not too big of a city. It's not too small of a city. Same for the campus as well. Because I'm coming from a small town in Luxembourg, which is bizarrely a city, but actually smaller than most villages here in the UK, with 5,000 people living there. And when I was looking at universities in Britain, I looked at other larger cities and I thought, I'm going to feel lost and alone over there. And when I saw Lincoln, I thought, that's more or less the right size of it, of what I want. It got everything center, everything is localized. I can walk to every shop I want. All the supermarkets are nearby, and all felt safe throughout any time of the day. And that is brilliant. And that helps a lot to the atmosphere, that you're living in an area where you feel safe all the time, where you can go to point A to point B by walking, by seeing other people who are friendly and chatty and happy to help you at any time. So in the first few weeks when I was in Lincoln, I felt a bit lost, but instantly I felt at home. And that is something I don't get in any other larger cities.
Oliver, should we change perspectives for a bit and you share your screen for a little while? Figure people are probably bored at this point of seeing the world through my eyes.
Aha, hello. Hey, now I can see two of me, and I can see Ben working for me. Come on, dance, Ben. I'm the captain now.
Oh gosh, great.
Oh gosh, sir. The atmosphere has changed with me taking lead. So yes, Ben, you did mention something about first name basis, and that's something I actually adore, actually. I still recall in Welcome Week, a lot of people came to me and then said, "Hey, sir, can you help me with this, sir?" And I'm like, "Don't call me sir, I'm Oliver." And that takes me a bit of time as well. I recall at college as well, we had to call our lecturers or teachers, sir. What was it again in Luxembourg? I completely forgot now. And at Lincoln Uni, it's basically, don't call me sir, call me Oliver. Call Chris. Only when I'm angry, I say Dr. Hadley and talk to me. But I'm never angry with Chris. I don't think I've ever called him Dr. Hadley. And
no, I only make my mother call me Dr. Hadley. It's actually true. I get cards addressed to Dr. Hadley every birthday.
So, what is the plan then? Do you want to visit that red tornado?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Thank you very much. It was a bit of an extreme example.
Oh, that's a different question that's been answered in the chat, Oliver.
Oh, okay, yes, yep. Ah, I see, yes, got it. So for a second there, I thought I gave an extreme example.
So it is worth saying the university has some fairly strong support structures. Every single student will have a personal tutor. We try and keep them with the same personal tutor throughout their 3 years, wherever possible. We also have a really good well-being team. I can't sing the praises of the well-being team enough. They are absolutely awesome.
We have week this week.
Pardon?
It's well-being week.
That's true. Do you want to tell us more about that, Danny?
I know on Monday they did like Motivational Monday, where they had like kind of mini motivational sessions, and Tuesday was like Talk About It Tuesday, and then I'm not sure what Wednesday is, but they have like a whole week of activities and events and how to improve your mental health at university and ways and of building up skills at university. Probably get up. Hold on. Wellbeing is week today.
Is there an easy way to find lots of cannonballs? Load the ship up. I know, they offer just quests.
It's Wellbeing Wednesday today. And they just did like kind of a playlist, it looks like, on Spotify, a student wellbeing playlist to listen to. What else is there? There's been a self-help practice to enhance relaxation and focus. I know on Monday they did an event that was really interesting.
I'll put you on the spot there a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I only know about Wellbeing Week because I interacted it on the social medias. But I sounded really old when I said the social medias.
The song.
I swear I was young. Oh yeah, it was in the meeting the other day when I said the Facebook. I was like, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, no, I do
I'm
that.
suddenly getting old.
You know, I always find when I start talking about social media, my Yorkshire accent comes out really strong. I don't know why. I can remember saying, "Oh yeah, it's on Facebook."
So they had lots of 5-minute motivators, motivational speakers, motivational media they shared, types of music to listen to. Yeah, it's really interesting events that they're doing. That's all for the building up the community around in Lincoln.
And we actually do. Again, if you have a specific wellbeing concern, so if there's something that you are particularly worried about, we do. Again, if you're applying for next year, I know most of the people here will be in this current year, but we do a WOW summer school, which actually, what am I talking about? No, if you're coming next year, there is an option to attend the WOW summer school, which is the Wellbeing Orientation Week, I think. Pretty sure that's what the acronym stands for. I'm not very good with remembering acronyms. University, we love acronyms.
Computer science in general, just love acronyms.
Yeah, I mean, what's not to love, right? So we do this, and it's a week of various kind of orientation events where we can discuss things like wellbeing needs or largely help you get inducted into campus. It's a really, really great activity.
All right, I think we've got over 100 cannonballs in the ship.
Right, let's go blow some stuff up, Oliver.
I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of here.
It's all right. We can do that. I tend to use the harpoon. Thanks, Oliver. I tend to use the harpoon on this side. If you lift the anchor.
I think the anchor is lifted.
Right. Okay. So what you can do, make sure all the sails are up.
The back one's not.
And then you can just use the harpoon just to kind of ease you off the dock. Okay, so one thing that might be interesting. So welcome week. So when you first arrive at Lincoln, Danny, you've been through a few welcome weeks now. What would you say welcome week tends to look like? What is the welcome week experience?
The welcome week experience. Oh wow! So you start with all like the introductory talks. You kind of you learn how to use all the university systems, how to kind of start your transition into kind of the university life. What's your timetable going to be? And then you get to do all the social side of it. You meet a lot of people on your course, and what else do you do? I'm trying to think back. I mean, I interacted with this this welcome week with with how to use Blackboard, our main system at Lincoln, for where you share all of
we did the escape room, didn't we? We did an escape room on
escape room, yes, which is basically a fun gamificated. No, that's not a word.
Gamification.
It is a word now.
One example of gamification.
A way of kind of introducing a software that we use at the uni, and kind of just a fun way to engage students and get to meet new people within a group, which is kind of an introduction to my research. What else? I'm trying to think back to my welcome week.
There's also the society fair during that week.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
where there was one
like society fairs with like academic, and then you have like the sports society fairs.
Yep. Basically, all the societies are within the engine chat, and each has got a little stall, and you can visit each stall and have a chat with the president and other members of those societies to find out if it's something that you're interested in.
I tend to do quite a bit with societies, especially our school societies, the Computer Science Society and the Games Development Society. I did quite a lot this year with the British Sign Language Society, which was really good fun.
What I like about the academic societies as well is you don't have to be doing the course to be joining that society. So within a lot of the computer science people would have people from other courses like engineering.
Right, raise the sales.
Raise the sales. I was about to. Yep.
And they would be like, "Oh yeah, we want to come join the computer science society so that we can learn some programming skills."
Give me a little bit of sail so I can just steer it round to that beach. Right, about 3/4 of the way up.
Yeah. Only
the small one. Yep.
I wanted to defer a year how I'd go about doing it. So you contact. So as you, if you've accepted your offer, you contact student administration, and they can talk you through the process. So if you, Mark, as you're in the chat, can you just post the link to the student administration email on the website? Right, I think this thing is on a beach, right? So is it worth having the ship there so we can just...
Probably not, because I did that before and the guy blew up the ship.
Okay, well, should we more here then?
Yeah.
I think here's a good spot, yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what, just lift all the sails, but don't drop the anchor. Then if we need to move the boat, we can. I mean, we're quite fortunate. I mean, at the moment, we're all feeling quite hopeful about the current situation. Obviously, we've got the vaccine rollout seems to currently be going quite well. I mean, it's looking like we're going to have a relatively normal year next year. At least we're hoping so.
Our ship still seems to be moving.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
All right,
we'll
I'm
drift
gonna
for a little while.
Go on the island.
Cool.
Those barrels are empty, I think.
No, this one's got stuff in.
Nice.
Right, I'm just going to change my weapon to something more useful. Oh, so it's red roof we're after, is it?
Yeah.
Right, I'll go for a blunderbuss.
Okay. Ammo crate is over here if you need it.
So you've done this before, have you, Danny?
Yeah. Don't like her.
Right, see you later, Phil.
Bye, Phil.
Is this the one that Will worked on, Oliver?
I am
he was the
I'm really bad for saying I don't like her. It's not that I don't like her, it's just she's very hard to defeat.
Oh, wow, I'm on fire. Literally.
If you need ammo, there's a crate over here.
She's tough, eh?
Yeah. She's very quick.
Right, where's the ammo crate? Sorry?
Back over here.
That's not helpful. Where's over here? Oh, I'm dead.
I'm coming to save you.
Yeah, just student admin, if you can, Mark.
Oh,
nice
red
guitars,
roof is hitting
thank you.
hard.
Interestingly, I started lockdown with 3, and I think I now have 14. So, yeah. What's the saying? An Amazon a day, keeps keeps the party going. Oliver plays the ukulele.
I do, and
that
well, I'm dead, so now I can play the sad harmonica song.
Oh, Oliver. Well, the world would be a more boring place without Oliver Simmons.
Thank you. But your guitar skills were really good when you played it earlier.
I think that was just random noise in A minor. I call that song.
Random. That's what the harmonica does. Random noise in A minor.
Right. Right, can I throw things at E? Oh.
Oliver, go back because watching a stream of me just standing there.
So, can I ask everybody who's still watching the stream? So, where are you from? Are you all local to Lincoln, or are you from somewhere else? We do this. We always do this kind of question when we do these streams in. These sessions. Right. Why is everything gone dark?
It's one of
It's an
her.
ability that the roof does.
Don't like it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Makes
I
it
think
hard
she's
to navigate.
dying.
Shoot her, hit her.
Right. Where's the? You have an ammo barrel, you say, Danny?
Yeah, right.
He hit
Yeah,
it with the
this
sword
one
at
there.
this point.
I don't have a sword. I've just got 2 guns.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Where'd she go?
Ooh,
What?
jumps
she
around.
hits me.
She hurts as well.
So yeah, Doncaster. Oh, I know Donny very well. I used to spend a lot of time in Doncaster. I'm from Sheffield originally, but I was in the Air Cadets in Rotherham. I used to get out a load of people from Doncaster in my youth.
Oh, God.
Cambridge region. Yeah, I know where you're from, Alex. Cambridgeshire. I don't know Cambridgeshire quite as well. I do know Cambridge pretty well.
I've been to Cambridge a handful of times myself.
You know what? Cambridge is the first place I ever sampled a Five Guys burger. There was a conference I used to go to at Cambridge University every year, and I always used to stay in a hotel that was opposite a Five Guys burger joint. Enjoyed that. Fought in Nottinghamshire. Dad works at Lincoln College, so in a lot of time in the city, so it's like a second home. Yeah, Lincoln was like a second home for me when I came to work here. So I used to, when I was at a nipper, my family holiday, we used to have a canal boat, and our family holiday used to be going from Colic Marina, so Colic's place in Nottingham, and we would take our boat and we would go all the way around to, we would take it all the way around canals to Lincoln. Now, if you've ever driven from Nottingham to Lincoln, it takes about 30 minutes in car. It takes about a week and a half on a boat. And that was my annual holiday, right? We used to moor up in the Brayford Pool long before the university was there. So when I came back to Lincoln, it was literally like coming back home. Oh, I don't like this. Is anybody else still alive? Because I seem to be on my own.
I
here.
am,
I'm not
but
enjoying
I'm
it.
killing
Yeah.
the tiny ones.
Sorry, I'll be quick.
Yeah, I'm just.
I need to just have a snack. Middlesbrough. Yeah, Middlesbrough, just a little bit further away.
I've been to Middlesbrough this last summer, and I've been to Roseberry Topping. It's a nice
what?
area, yes, yeah. Which is a small hill just outside Middlesbrough, south of it. Because close to Middlesbrough, there's a beach that has been named Beach of the Year, and I forgot the names now. But yeah, I've been to Middlesbrough. So hello, Stephen.
Right, if you can all keep on the beach, I'll bring the ship round in front of the beach and I'll load
Well, if you
cannons on
can
it.
find her in the smoke.
I don't have any smoke up here. It's always interesting to see how far people have travelled for your off a holiday, even when you're sat at home from the comfort of your own. Oh wait, I might actually be able to hit her from here. Can I? Can I?
Ah. Oh, that was a direct hit there. Nice.
Yeah.
Right, she's moved out of my range now, so I'm going to bring round onto the main beach, and maybe I'll be able to see her again. Oh, I like Middlesbrough. I haven't been there for years though.
Hopla. I will return.
Would recommend long distance traveling from Ireland. Especially with COVID-19. So I think the only thing I can say there is you have to look at the situation at the time, right? We can't really recommend anything at the moment beyond what the government advises. I mean, like I say, we are, we know as much as anybody else does, really. We are hopeful that things look like they're improving. So hopefully, COVID won't have quite the same impact on our lives in the near future as it does at the moment. Obviously, we can't guarantee that, and I wouldn't want to try and make promises that we can't keep.
Yep.
But the best way I can describe it is, I think at the moment the best way to describe my mood is hopeful. Things seem to be moving in the right direction, at least in a positive direction. Right, I can see you.
Oh, I think she's dead. No.
No, she's down, but she doesn't. There's something we need to do when she's down. I'm not sure.
It's just got to keep hitting her, basically.
Okay.
Hey.
Right, if you keep her around there, I'll just keep hitting her with the cannons.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that's hurting. Oh, that's really hurting.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Okay,
that.
she's hit the ship quite a lot now.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me fix it, Danny?
Yeah, coming. Okay.
I think I've got her. Oh no, not quite. Although the cannons seem to be doing quite a good job, actually. Oliver, can you try and take her away? Try and lead her away from the boat a bit.
right. Tricky. There's like endless hordes of skeleton.
Oh. I think you're lagging a bit at the moment, Oliver. Do you want me to share instead?
I think so. Yes. Even though I do have a good PC. Ah.
You seem to be very
let me
much on
just-
fire.
There we go.
I died. Oh well.
It's good, but it's not the beast.
Ooh.
Right, Mark's heading off. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Danny, I
much,
take it
Mark.
you're sorting out the fire.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? I think it's time to move the ship away. I'll try steer the boat out of here.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty much I wouldn't. I was using the hole kind of as water, but yeah, repair it.
Right. I'm just going to try and steer the boat away because
Okay,
she
yeah,
seems
repair
quite
the
mean.
repair the hole. We have a lot of water in.
Ben, can you help Danny?
Yep.
Use the water to put out the fire. I'm now on fire. That's great.
Right. I'm okay. I'm just a little bit on fire.
Yeah.
But it's where the rest of the fire is, so at least the fire is nicely organized.
It's quite nice that you can use the water from the leak to clear up the fire.
Right. Thank you for whoever put me out just then.
That's me.
Oh no, I'm off the ship. Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, I'm dead.
Where are you dead?
Yeah.
Where?
Interestingly, while Oliver was leading, I was able to order my tea. I've got a curry that's on its way from Just Eat, so that was time well spent. Is there any areas I missed? Porton, Middlesbrough, Northern Ireland. No. Well, I think we've got about 12 minutes left. I really would like to destroy Red Roof before we leave. But then we'll have to go because my Just Eat takeaway will have arrived. It sounds like we're still on fire.
We are very much still on fire.
Yeah, I finally made it back. There we go. Okay. Right. Oh god. Everything's on fire.
What is on fire though? I can hear the burning, but I don't know what's. Oh right, okay. It's the boat at the back.
Yeah.
And she keeps attacking the boat as well.
I think the boat's safe now. I don't think she reaches over here.
Ouch, she's burning the water though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can keep doing that.
Still on fire. Yeah. Still on fire.
Right, I'm going to try and lead her back onto the island. Away from the boat while you guys get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But these skeletons are a little bit tougher. Actually, I don't like that. How tough is she?
Quite tough. I thought we were nearly there. Is the ship repaired, everyone? Yeah, looks like it.
Right. Should we get back all into the fray again?
Yeah.
I might swap out my weapons. Just get a sword back. So, does anybody have any questions left about the school, the university, the computer science program, the games computing program? I really have a radio voice on. The games computing program here at University of Lincoln.
Live from 5 to 7 o'clock every day on StreamYard. Join us now.
Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. I found myself doing it with my my family actually when we ever do a WhatsApp call. Suddenly going to radio voice. The blunderbuss because I prefer the pistol. Ben, get in. I'll fire you.
How do I get in? Oh,
what's different? Press.
Yeah, go on then. Oh,
go on, Danny. After you.
Okay, I'm gonna die. Yeah, you put me into the boiling water.
All right, sorry.
Everyone's
fine, a critic.
Where'd she go?
Where is she?
Oh, there, she's over here.
She's by me.
Okay, lush. Oh god. Right. Oh.
I don't want to catch you.
I really don't like this whole dark thing.
It's dark mode, Chris.
it's I've got no idea what's going on. So how many students are usually in the oh Christ, there are loads of questions. Maybe a silly question, but the 3 years were but though the 3 years, where are most of the lectures and are there any computer science specific areas working? Yes, so we have all our yay! Our lectures are across the campus. We have various lecture halls, but our labs, which is like say computer science owned space, you have to have a computer science swipe card to get into them, are all in the Isaac Newton building. This is also where all your staff offices are, so that's why you have your personal tutoring. Isaac Newton is our home. There's a big foyer. There's a really nice cafe, and you get a good panini there. So yeah, most of it happens in the Isaac Newton building. Oliver says, what are some of the companies that students have gotten jobs with after finishing the degree? Honestly, there's too many to tell. We've had students work with everything from Dunelm Mill. So we've got students doing the computing of retail. And actually, we had an amazing talk on that from one of our alumni during the enhancement week. All the way through to, I mean, we've got a student who's got a job working with Rare at the moment they're going to be working on Sea of Thieves, which is, again, pretty cool.
We've got people working in the IT system at NHS, making sure that they improve the pathfinding systems of ambulances.
We have people like Oliver who came to Lincoln and never left. So literally, there's a whole range of stuff, and not just the kind of classic careers. We've got students gone for Amazon, Microsoft, various other big blue chips. A lot have gone to work for small companies, but we've also had a lot of students go on to research careers. I mean, we've got Ben and Danny here who are both PhD students. Is there a chance to do some game design if you're doing a BSc computer science course? Yes, you can do a bit. And we don't really mind. I mean, you have to speak to the person in charge first, but I have people come to my lectures all the time. I've had students from other schools come to my lectures, and that's absolutely fine. My ethics ones tend to be relatively popular, but you can also do. I feel like there should be some like super cool chest. Where's the super cool chest? It's Ashen chest. But yeah, we do loads of game jams and hackathons. So yeah, you're not limited. You can still do some games development if you're on computer science. But one thing I would say about games computing as a course is it's not... Games computing is all about teaching you to be an excellent computer scientist. First and foremost, that's what it's about. It's just games are a great way to learn computer science. But we make sure our games computing students are equally employable in a whole range of sectors, right? So, like I say, we've got games computing students who've gone to work for loads of computing companies outside of the games industry. And Alex says, are there any specific programs that are unique to the games computing program, and what do we download before we start the course to play around with? So if you want to do games computing, I really recommend you download Unity and Unreal. There are some really great YouTube courses available about that, and I'm not sure. Can we announce our plans yet, Danny?
What's our plans?
And the Unity plans.
All right. I guess we could.
So Danny and Ben, so the two people at the bottom of the chat, are planning on doing a show through. We did Code with Socks, the Ben and Chris show. Well, next one we'll be doing is a games development show, so we'll be taking you through building your first game. But yeah, absolutely. If you're doing games computing, the things that are the modules that are specific to you will be things like game design, game development, graphics programming,
graphics.
Physics is a core module. It's an option on computer science. You'll learn a lot of similar skills, but you'll learn it through building games. And it's like I say, first and foremost, we make sure we teach you to be a solid computer scientist. Then if you get to the end of your degree and you decide, actually, I don't want to build games for a career, and some people do, and that's fine, you are still very employable. Our games computing has currently one of the highest employment rates in the university, so it does very, very well. And like I say, some of those students just decide that the computing industry isn't for them, but the skills that you develop building game are really, really valuable. So every year or so, LinkedIn release a list of skills that work really well on people's CV. Gamification has been so really high up on that list for years now. Actually, understanding games, understanding gamification is a skill that will help you beyond just doing a games computing degree.
For instance, I mentioned a person who was employed by the NHS IT team working on the pathfinding routes of ambulances, and that's a games computing graduate. He's a games computing graduate. So using games technologies to improve NHS.
And similarly, we've had computer science graduates who've gone to work for the games industry. But I would say, generally, if you've got an interest in games, if games are something you enjoy, even if you just want to be a good computer scientist, the games computing program can be a great way to learn how to be a great computer scientist. There's a chest that's set our ship on fire.
Exploded. Yes.
Is it the rage chest? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, but it's burning our boat.
Yeah, it does that. It has to be submerged in water.
Right. You know what we could do? Right, can somebody help me put out these fires because it's burning our boat? I reckon we sink the boat a little bit, and then we put it on the bottom.
Put it on the bottom of the ship.
Right. So I'll chuck some water in the bottom of the boat, and we'll leave it down there, right?
Yep.
Oh, someone died right in front of me, and I was.
Yeah, that was me.
As for the computer science program, there are some modules that are specific to them. So they do things in stuff like networking and cyber, which games computing don't. But again, I would even say, look, if you're a games computer student, you want to do that stuff, you can, you join the computer science program, absolutely, or you can still do things like microcerts and certifications. So one thing that I think is really unique to us is we are also a CISO Academy and Microsoft Academy as well. So you can do things like your CISO certifications through us. You can do things like your cloud. Danny, did you do any microcerts?
I did not, mainly because I was course rep and then I was school rep. So, but a lot of my friends did them. No one ever found them extremely difficult to do. You had like what am I trying to say?
There's things like cloud.
Available. There's cloud. There was a networking one. What else was that? Like, basically, a lot of it tied into the modules that you were doing that year. So if you were doing kind of, for example, like.
Where's the burning chest of fire gone?
It's at the bottom. I put it at the bottom of the ship already.
Oh, right, okay.
It's not fully underwater yet, but there's some water around it.
So if you're doing
Alex, does that answer your question? So yeah, if you're in computer science, there's some stuff that's specific to you. But if you're a games computing student, you can do those through microcerts, which is a really great way to do them. But also, if you are a computer science student who wants to do things like game design, you can do that by attending game jams and things like that, which are a great way of doing it. Does that answer your question, Alex? Brilliant. And again, if you want to look at this very specific modules, we have those available on our course pages. Have we picked everything up off the island?
I think so.
Pretty sure we have, yes.
Should we go and sell our booties?
Yeah, we just need to go up north. Full north.
Right. Does somebody want to...
We have to turn right. Oh, the world is changing. New dangers.
Oh, no. This means that we're changing server.
Yeah, so that's gonna...
Sometimes that just steals all your treasure.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't. Otherwise, I'll be... Yay! We still have our treasure. Right, so we need to go north, do we, Oliver?
Yeah, we need to turn right and go north. Yep.
Right, can somebody lift the anchor? Danny?
Yeah.
Come on, land rats.
Like I say, if anybody, we're going to end this in a second. We'll sell all our fabulous booty, and then we'll end this session. Have gone over time just a little bit, which is fine. You know, we're here. We're
I don't
happy.
think you're ready for
We're having a good
this
time.
booty.
Have we lifted the anchor?
This booty.
Yeah.
My body's put delicious flavor.
Oliver,
Yes, I know.
You can't do that. You can't legitimately get away with singing that song.
It's a pirate song.
Where is the chest of rage, by the way?
On the bottom of the boat,
We
underwater, I think.
can usually fill the bottom of the ship with water because it will just evaporate it.
I think we're kind of stuck.
Yeah, I can't seem to turn the ship easily.
Let's just... I'll tell you what it is. We need to raise every sail. We need to reverse. Every sail needs to go up so we can reverse the boat. Right. Oh, sorry. I missed out one question actually. How many students are usually in the first year? It's usually about 300, and that's usually split about 200 computer science and 220 computer science, and between kind of 80 and 100 games computing students. I'm really glad you've enjoyed this, Oliver. And by all means, let's say if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, we do these every now and again. And Oliver, if you remove the harpoon, we should drift back. We do this every now and again. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you should be able to catch us when we do one of these streams. I'm really glad you've had a good time. Right, are we
turn the other way?
Off?
Turn the other side. Yep, we're drifting slowly.
Slowly backwards?
Slightly backwards, yep. Go full right. Full right.
All right, okay.
That's it. We're slowly getting out. That's good. Yep. Keep full right. So now we're pointing towards the right direction slowly. Yep. Good stuff.
Right. I think that's just hit another rock. So I'm just going to turn the other way again.
Yep. But at least we're slowly turning.
Yeah, do subscribe to our YouTube. We do load of stuff on there. Like I say, if you're interested, there is also our Christmas lectures, which we recently did. They're all up there. If you're interested in learning a bit of Python before you arrive us, obviously we're really looking forward to seeing you here next year. We're really successfully stuck. Let me just see if I can get us off a little bit better.
There's no harpoons at the back, no.
I have a an idea. Might not like this idea.
Are you going to use that cannon?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That was a unique solution, Danny.
Flew off the ship,
That
but
was
it
the
worked.
solution.
Right. We've been
Oh,
hit
no.
by... Right, we're off. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that we do quite often. We're going to hopefully do different things for our offer holder days. This was just the first one. We just wanted to introduce it to us, let you know what we're about. Hopefully you now have some idea of what we're about. I wouldn't repair the bottom too well. Leave the base a little bit leaky, because then it will fill up with the rage chest, won't it?
Yeah, you can't even go down there to fix it up anyway because of the rage chest makes the water boiling.
Oh, does it? Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, it does. Oh, that's not good.
Always wanted to be on a ship with a hot top.
Takes somehow every so
That
often.
sounds like a rap video, Oliver.
What? A pirate ship with a hot tub.
Yeah, that's... So, where are we going, Oliver, with all our booties? Full north.
Full north. We're on the right. Yeah. It's the island in front of us.
Brilliant. Well, we'll sail the good ship SS Marmalade.
Oh no. Why would
So
you
just so you know, Marmalade is an inside joke at Lincoln. Once you're here, we'll explain it. But that's not one we're going to talk about on stream.
No, thank you.
Somebody would certainly find out about in your first year. The SS Marmalade. But no, by all means, like I say, we're really looking forward to seeing you when you come over in September. By all means, if you want to come along to more of these streams, you should see them when they go online. We post them on YouTube. Again, if you are, I'm going to do that horrible YouTuber thing. If you ring that bell, you'll get a notification whenever we go online. Oh, I feel somehow dirty by saying that.
You didn't finish the whole thing. You need to say like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Like
With
and
a Scottish
subscribe, and don't
accent.
forget to ring that bell.
Ugh.
Don't forget to buy our merchandise. I know.
Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
No, no.
Come on, if I'm not allowed to sing that booty song, you're not allowed to mention that game. Come on.
I think they're different levels of...
Sails up, by the way. We're arriving.
Yeah,
at the
sails
docks.
up. Let me bring around so we're a bit closer to the shore as well. I tell you what, let me just circle round again.
Yep.
So just keep the sails at half mast, and we'll get there.
Yeah, suddenly the island. I thought it was still far, and then suddenly it popped out of nowhere.
Something I forgot to mention, actually. Ben and I, we actually built a video game recreation of the University of Lincoln. So if you're interested, if you want to get an idea of what the campus is like, if you've not been there before, if you go to the Microsoft Store and search for Lincoln Island, it's a free game. Keep meaning to go. There's some things in there which are a little bit ropey, but we keep meaning to go back in and fix it. We built it in, it's like 3 weeks, wasn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it was something. So yeah, it was only like a team of 3 of us. We built it in 3-ish weeks. So,
and I think it's one of the largest maps of a video game I've ever built. And I don't think I've ever gone so far from design to development to the release ever. But it was when the COVID lockdown first happened, and we were like, well, wouldn't it be nice if we could get together in a video game? So we built this thing.
Oh, you were building video games. I was doing my dissertation.
And what a good dissertation it was, Danny.
Yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, the thing is, I said that was my most like.
It's an
favorite
award-winning dissertation.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I love how Danny is literally sat on a chair made of awards. It's so much so that individual awards no longer have any meaning. Oh yeah, I just forgot that I won this massive prize. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I forget that I've done a degree, Chris, and I'm like, oh right, yeah. I forgot. Was this because? Yeah.
That actually confirms what Chris said, though.
And Danny is also a champion show jumper, and
I wouldn't say a champ. I mean, I have some trophies somewhere.
Only some. I've got a board game trophy. Yay, from a tournament that I won.
You get trophies for board
X-Wing.
games.
Yeah, well, tournaments, yeah.
Oh,
And
I didn't realise that.
I played X-Wing miniatures on a league
Oh, is
level.
that
for
the
a
game
while.
that you
Yes.
keep promising to show me and never
No,
do?
I've stopped playing it a while ago, though. Because then they moved on to a new edition with where you have to buy all the ships new cards and everything. I was like, I already spent a little fortune on it. I'm not going to buy the stuff again.
You've just, use your old ships.
Yep. Sadly, not for leagues and stuff like that. Are you guys stopping the boat or just going to do another tour of the island?
No, we're going to go to the actual docks. You're not on them.
Yeah.
Don't drop the anchor. Don't drop the anchor. Don't drop the anchor.
I've got hold of the anchor, so it's
all right. Oof.
This is pretty close as well, but works as well.
That was.
Oh, it doesn't work right.
Oh god, the water.
Are we actually sinking at this point, Danny?
No, we're good.
It does look like sinking from a different perspective.
No, it's fine. I would be careful, Ben, because you might get boiled alive down there.
Yeah, I saw.
Just trying to take some of the water out so we're not sinking, but keep enough in there for the chest.
Are you sure you didn't drop the anchor, Danny?
Yeah. Okay, don't have to grab any more. Yeah, the anchor's up. I think it's just the wind.
Right, here we are. This is better.
That's me who sells a few stuff. While you guys are enjoying a cruise around the island.
That sounded bitter, Oliver.
I am a very bitter man. A very bitter, hungry man.
Yeah, I think my curry should arrive any moment now.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're done. Apart from the ship is legitimately sinking now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Actually, do we need the boat anymore? Actually, probably be useful to have it until we get the thing off the boat.
Pulled all the stuff, yep.
Right, where did you put the chest, Oliver?
Right at the
sold
back.
it.
Empty all the water.
Okay, at the back, yeah.
Just keep emptying the water. Oh, that really hurts.
Right, I've got the chest.
Of rage.
Will the sea boil if I jump in the sea? Where'd you sell the chest of rage?
Goalkeeper, I'd say.
Possibly.
Right, on that note, we'll say goodbye to everyone still watching the stream. By all means, if you have any questions, if you want to wage a one-to-one talk or anything like that, just drop us an email. Drop me an email, drop Oliver an email. I'm Chris Headley and he's Oliver Simonesic.
You can find the contact details on the website.
Yeah, find the contact details. Google us. We are available. By all means, if you want to arrange a one-to-one talk, if you want to have a chat with an academic, or if you still have any questions after following the stream, by all means, get in contact. Other than that, I'm going to end the broadcast while we go sell our booties. And thank you very much for tuning in. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.